Welcome to the morning mental. Morning brain. Welcome to the morning brain. Grand standing to all. Grandstanding to all. Bebop, a rebop, a Scooby-Doo. Guess what? America, we love you. This morning, brain scan. Did I say grandstanding? This morning, brain scan. We're going to talk about following instructions. A lot of people don't like to follow instructions. I dropped the membership rate age to 18. And all of you 50, 60, sometimes even 70s year old people trying to sign up in my comment section. See, we don't like to follow instructions. We don't like to follow instructions. So you can't sign up in the comment section. I said you send an email to Black Guns Red Tip Formation.com. Grandstanding. And all the haters, you've seen me on CNN. I uploaded the video here. We are the biggest military on the planet Earth. We are the largest military. Supported by you, 43 million strong. In the book of Revelations, the Anunnaki was there. But he had to get there from the book of Genesis. And in the ships with the lights, flashlights, neon lights, stoplights, took Elijah up in the whirlwind and wrapped Elisha in the mantle. Now at next formation, we may be in Haiti. We just give us Texas, but we'll do a formation in Haiti. And I bid you all shalom. And we're going to start to dig into the new book. The deepness of the mind of Minolta. That book is $600. If you don't have it, we'll be discussing it here. I bid you shalom. This is the morning brain scam.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
I'm muted. Listen, I make myself laugh, man. Look, I confuse myself. You know what I mean? Man, I love this. Yes, indeed. I want y'all to sub and like. Big Charlie back on the scene. Crispy and clean. You can try, but the why you can't intervene. I wish that was my bodyguard. I don't care what you say. Hey, Listen, I'm still muted. I wish that was my bodyguard. I don't care what you say. Listen to me. Let me tell you something about the devil, man. Y'all stop feeling sorry for me. Why is he doing her like that? Why he doing her like that's how you do the devil? What you mean? You don't play with the devil? The devil yesterday. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember what Jesus said? Jesus said, "You are of your father, the devil, and the work that he has done, you shall do." I'm a paraphrase, you know what I mean? Because I ain't past the Reverend Chickenfoot. But Reverend Chickenfoot tell you, Jesus said, "You are of your father, the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning. Uh-huh. And he's a murderer now. And the work of your father you should do." God is a crazy. Let me tell you something. See, I'm gonna start the show off right. We getting back to what we used to get into for a minute because we about to got some good shows coming up. And I'm gonna tell you, if you are not subscribed on talkabay.com, you're gonna miss some breaking news. I got some breaking news coming next week. I know it's been slow, yeah, baby, but I got some breaking news next week. I'm trying to let me see if I'm muted. Somebody say I'm muted. Let me see. Nah, I'm not muted. I sound real good. You know what I'm saying? I sound real good. Listen to me. Listen to me. Anyway, before I get into this, family, because this is a serious issue. Remember, I told y'all about the Fed trap. I keep telling y'all about this Fed trap. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm telling you, they mad at me. They talking crazy. They sending little tough guy emails. I don't care. I don't care. But listen, the reason why I do this show and the reason why I started doing this story to begin with. You hear what I say? The reason why was because people like spite. Young brothers like spite would fall right into the Fed trap. Good intentions. Good intentions. But bad influence. You hear what I say? Very good intentions, but bad influence. Listen, family. Listen. This is a very intricate plan, and you're going to have to follow me. This is a very intricate plan that has been plotted against our younger generation and any fool that falls for the okey doke. Anybody notice that no one that gets locked up in relation to being a part of the NFAC or in New Black Panther Party? Anybody know that you never seen a list? You never seen a list of who? I got a list, and I'm going to do that one next week. But you never hear about it. You never hear about it. The only time you hear about it is when somebody was a social media advocate. In other words, they were advocating on social media. And the same person that was advocating on social media, they plaster them right before your face once they lock them up. You understand what I'm saying? And our brother Spike fell straight into the Fed trap. Young brother, talented brother, intelligent brother. And he fell for these old, washed up, marching up and down, screaming Black Power, ain't gonna bust a grape on a grapevine. Ain't gonna bust a grape on a grapevine. But they influence young people like Spike to get that testosterone, whatever it is, to get that out of his system with rage, with misappropriated anger, no discipline, and no direction. Y'all hear what I say? Y'all hear what I say? When I started doing this story, let me tell you something. When I started doing this story, I was thinking about people like Spike. You hear what I say? I was thinking about people like Spike. I was thinking about your young cousin. I was thinking about your young brother. I was thinking about your young sister. I was thinking about the young brother in your community that you seen with good potential. I was thinking about that when I first did the first video about Grandmaster Jay. Heck, I don't have a horse in the race. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't have a horse in the race to be running around carrying guns. But the horse I do have in the race as it relates to the people that are being influenced are the same people that I'm trying to influence to go the right way. The same people that I'm trying to influence to be responsible. The same people that I'm trying to influence to get the devil out your mind and put some God in your mind and think with God consciousness and move properly. Stop following these old, washed up people. These people, listen, I just had a birthday. I think I'm 49. I think I am. I don't feel like it. I just had a birthday, right? If somebody follows me, whether it be Moorish science or whether it be in what they would call the Black Power movement, the only thing that I do in Moorish science and the only thing that I would do there is to make sure that this young generation is prepared so I can sit my old behind down. You hear what I say? And when I say old, I'm just saying that, listen, this I got to give some commentary before I start. When I say old, this is what I'm talking about. This is a new generation out here. And this new generation have concepts that are very closely related to the same concepts that we had when we were younger, but they just do it a little different. See, before my generation, the 40s and up, we used to have the old people say, I cut you. I cut you. I cut you too short to poop. Y'all remember that? They carry little blades and all that. That was before our generation. Our generation came up. Now, before that, they was with them zip guns and all of that. Our generation came up. Majority of the people, they'll poke you up, but they'll beat you up too. Our generation will beat you up too. You know what I'm saying? This generation, they ain't doing too much scrapping. They got a whole different state of mind. This generation got a whole different state of mind. So in order to deal with this generation state of mind, you have to raise somebody up to be responsible and intelligent within the generation to deal with what's going on with the state of mind of this generation to take them over the bridge to the next level. But with these old farts do, what they do is they manipulate this younger generation. That's why you don't see much young people with them, because this young generation is a little bit smarter than these old farts. You hear what I say? This old generation is messed up. They got this young generation confused. See, Malik went to have a talent show last week. He had people my age up there rapping. You know what I mean? He had a couple young people up there. Thank you, Sean, from the side. He had a couple people up there, but he had people my age up there rapping. Ain't nobody want to hear your grandfather rap. I do it fun on Moore's World TV. I got a few bars, but man, people try to hear Kodak, man. People try to hear Lil Baby, man. People try to hear my man, the Baby, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear your grandfather up there rapping, breathing off hard, all out of breath, wearing a Kentay cloth. Ain't nobody with that, man. Stop playing, man. And this is what I'm saying. These people are so out of the loop. They are so out of the loop. You know what I mean? Malik sitting up there with his yellow pad. You know what I mean? Like he in the fake court that he ain't never been in. Now, that's what I would put in my car. Yeah, now that's what I will put in my car. Yeah. And then start texting. Like, what? Like, man, this stuff is so corny. And the young generation that get caught up in it don't see it. The young generation that get caught up in it don't see how corny it is. Like let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. Can we keep it a buck real quick? Let me see something. Give me a second. Can we keep it a buck? Just between me and you. Let's let me do this real quick. How much fight Big Shirley got in her against the oppressor? Her yelling ain't even gonna be that good because her lungs have been brutalized. And I'm not being mean, I'm being real. How much fight do Big Shirley got for the oppressor? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. And I ain't got nothing against my big sisters. I mean, hey, I ain't gonna go there, but I don't got no problem with it. But I don't want my big sister defending me on the battlefield. You understand what I'm saying? King Mo say I'm wrong. Moab, I'm just saying what you thinking, brother. You see, I'm a different type of Moor. See, I'm gonna say the real. I don't have no problem with the thick big sister. None whatsoever. I believe there's beauty in everything. And I believe everything is beautiful because everything came from God. And even if they act like the devil or perpetuate the devil, nevertheless, because they are designed from God, they're beautiful. But nevertheless, I don't want Big Shirley protecting me on the front line. I just don't want that going down. What I would like is Brother Spike to protect me on the front line. That's what I would like. I would like Brother Spike. I mean, Grand Sheik, are you saying they still using typewriters? Exactly. I would want Brother Spike to protect me on the front line with the proper guidance. You see what I'm saying? With the proper response to what appear to be threats, because some things that seem to be threats ain't threats. With the proper response, that if one get locked up, like our brother Arthur Wallace, Ozone, one get locked up, like just be quiet and let the justice system, the judicial system, do what it do while you do what you do to secure some defense funds so he can get a fair trial. See, no one teaches these young guys this. In this day of social media, everybody just, soon as they get on that camera, blah, 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 blah. And you know why they do that? Because Big Shirley get on the camera and blah, 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 blah. Malik Zulu Shabazz, blah, 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 blah. AJ, blah, 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 blah. Pansack guy trying to talk real smooth, talk real slick. These are social media revolutionaries. Grandmaster Jay built his whole following from social media. And so now the younger generation, I'm about to get into the presentation in a minute, walk with me. So now the younger generation think that's how you do it. Press 7 if you follow what I'm saying. This young generation thinks that's how you do it. But that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. If you are on social media, you don't get on social media and talk about what you're going to do. If you're going to do something, go and do it. But you don't get on social media and talk about what you're going to do. What part of the game is that? You might as well just walk into the nearest police station and say, you know what? I'm catching a plane. I'm checking my gun. And when I check my gun, I'm going to go and see what's going on in Volusia County. I'll be leaving at 4:45 p.m. in 35 seconds. Go make your call to Volusia County because I'm on my way. You might as well do that. Like, let's stop playing. But nobody guides these young boys. And they boys. And it's very unfortunate that I got to use this term. And they boys. And then you got people, as I get into this presentation, which you'll understand, you got people that's behind the scenes are cashing out. You got people like YK Kenyon. He's cashing out. They cashing out. Y'all think it's a game. I'm going to get into that presentation too. You got people that you don't even know what they look like. And people got people donating to them. Got people talking about you, my brother, you, my friend. I watched one of this presentation just earlier today, and one was like, I'm glad to see a face that I haven't seen so long, but the person that they talking to ain't never seen his face. You got people in the background that when they come on camera, they never show their face. They never show their face. You know what I'm saying? Even the sister, I'm going to call a spade because it's coming. I'm going to call a spade. Even the sister that claimed to be, and I guess she is because Ozone says she was, says that she is his PO something, PAO. That's what they call it, a PAO or something like that. I forget what they call it. But whatever they call it, how you gonna ask me for money? Ask Morse World TV for money. You want to know why I ain't did nothing on Ozone yet? Because the people that's asking for money never show their face. You hear what I say? The people that's asking for money never show their face. Why should I come to you for our brother and friend Ozone, whose representative never show their face? This is the reason why I didn't do a show on Ozone. Anybody want to know? Everybody was asking, why ain't he going to play the thing? When are he going to do the show? I put it all on the back burner because I would never tell you to do something that I wouldn't do. As the Morse World TV citizens grow, I would never tell you to do something that I wouldn't do. I'm not going to give my money to a faceless person knowingly, not knowingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when you go and buy gas and your taxes ultimately go to a faceless person, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But we're not doing the YouTube thing to a faceless person. Nah. And I said this before. Anytime there's a faceless person, you better be careful because this is social media age. And the problem is people haven't understood how to operate in this new paradigm called social media. We need to make rules. The rules is we never see you. And I'm not talking about friends and those subscribe to channels that listen to channels. Ain't nobody worrying about seeing you. I'm talking about those who claim to be podcasters, those who claim to be content creators, those who claim to be representatives of the people. How you going to represent me and you don't show your face to the people? That's a major problem. That's a major, major problem. Make them show their face. They ask you for a dime, you make them show their face. Malcolm ain't never hide his face. Martin ain't never hide his face. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, with all the ridicule he get, he never hide his face. Bishop T.D. Jakes don't hide his face. Shout out to the Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's my man. Y'all ain't got like T.D. Jakes. I don't know where that came from, but that's my man. But family, here we go. Let me see if I got this up here first. What I got here? Let me see what I got here. I got some slides here. So look, who remember this? Somebody say T.D. Jakes a fraud. T.D. Jakes a gangster, man. He ain't no fraud. He tell you to your face what he taking from you. T.D. Jakes a gangster. He robbed you without a gun. Listen, y'all can stop hating on T.D. Jakes. I mean, he robbed you without a gun. He ain't no fraud. He like, come on, throw some more up here. Come on. And it's an ATM in the corridor. ATMs all around here. Get your money. Oh, man. Yes, his girlfriend has been put in a terrible situation. Oh, man. Well, let's get started. Family, here's Grandmaster Jay with Donald Trump. And in the beginning, we thought that this was a fake picture. You hear what I say? In the beginning, we thought that this was a fake picture. You hear me? We thought it was a fake picture, but we would come to see that wasn't nothing fake about this picture. And I'm starting off with Grandmaster Jay in this presentation because he was instrumental in gaining national influence over the population that would ultimately inspire people like Spike. Because this is about our brother Spike in reality. I remember when Grandmaster Jay did this interview on the steps, I think it was in Louisville, and I examined everything. I'm like, man, this sister really ready to go to war with these long nails on? He was running his mouth, talking all tough. I mean, going on and on and on. And in my mind, I was like, no, don't nobody go on a battlefield with nails like that. No. See, I was paying attention to detail. She had went straight to the spot. I don't want to feel. You want to feel? Do you want to feel a feel? $15.99. I don't want to feel. I want a full set. A full set? And she went and got a full set. You follow me? She went and got a full set to go to Louisville and march for Breonna Taylor. So I peeped all this stuff. And he's on the step talking about that they are going to let him in that governor's mansion or the mayor, and they was going to do something. I'm gonna work on that one. I ain't want to fit. So when you look at this, right, Grandmaster Jay was able to influence this type of number as you see in the streets. He was able to influence this type of number to come out, and we can't take that from him. But what that shows you is the anger that our people hold as it relates to the atrocity that we face. But he was able to bring these people out. And not only the people that's marching, but many of them on the sideline came out because of his influence. We can't take that away. But now, it's funny to me how when something real is going on, no one comes out. But when something is fake and concocted going on, everybody come out. Because I will guarantee you, 90% of the brothers and sisters that was in that crowd automatically got it after that aiming the gun thing. Many of them got it right before. This how you knew it was a fluke. This was at one of the events in Louisville, and not one Black Power person came to intervene, and this was a sister. Press 7 if you hear what I'm saying. I'm actually going to do a whole documentary on this. You hear what I say? Listen to what I'm saying. If you screaming Black Power, if you're screaming F the pigs, if you're screaming all of these crazy things to the authorities, and then the authorities do something that you are saying that you fighting against, and you don't move, you might be bluffing. And see, the younger generation need to see that. The younger generation need to see this. Because these people are bluffing. When Big Shirley threw her hands up when the police started tasing, that shows you that they are bluffing. You hear what I say? Let me see if I can find that real quick. Y'all remember that one? Y'all remember that one? Let me see. I'm all over the place, but let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Y'all remember that one? She threw her hands up and they tasing. Now, I'm not saying, don't, let me see what I got real quick. I'm not saying resist or anything. I mean, that's on you. What I'm saying is you can't be one thing, you know what I'm saying, and yelling all this stuff. And then when it's ready to go down, you something else. No, you can't do that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find that picture later. You know what I mean? But nobody intervened in this. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? These people talking all of this stuff, cussing out Europeans, talking about they're going to put European officials in trunks. They talking all of this madness, right? But they can't even take care of their own wounded. Look who's carrying the person away that made a mistake and shot themselves. See, the young generation need to see this. This called bluffing. This called bluffing. They didn't come out there with one medical team. They didn't come out there with a Band-Aid. They bluffing. You understand what I'm saying? Many of them say they ain't even come out with water, but they ain't even come with a Band-Aid or alcohol or anything. Neosporin or nothing. They ain't come out with stuff. And the younger generation, see, if y'all watching this now or y'all watching it later, when y'all talk to younger generation that ever think about getting involved in this mess, y'all show them this video. You see what I'm saying? Y'all show them this video. Because they'll be able to see that if the people that they following using this manuscript, they might be sticking to the script that somebody gave them. Look at that. Y'all see that? Not a black power in sight. Black power down. Now listen to me, family. For all of y'all who subscribe to the ideal of black power, I'm not ridiculing the black power ideal. I'm ridiculing the frauds who misrepresent and manipulate people to believe that they are really about some revolution or black power as they express it. So for all of those that are serious 1000% with the ideal, this is not for you. Want you to know that. But I'm talking about them bluffers. Many of those that came to Louisville, they was with all the smoke. Many of them that was boots on the ground was with all the smoke. And this is why today you see they went underground. They went back to doing what they been doing because they found out very quickly that they wasn't really about that. They wasn't really about that. And honor to those who stood up when the call was made to stand up in the defense of our people against oppression. This ain't for you. Don't take it like that. And if you feel like this is for you, then it is for you. We just watched 2 people being taken on stretcher at Baxter Square on 12th and Jefferson. Metro Safe has confirmed reports of shooting, and there are multiple victims. We heard noises when people scatter to get behind cars and take a knee. I see that. I see that. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. But nobody took responsibility for it. You didn't hear nobody talk about it. I mean, but if somebody would have paid attention when Grandmaster Jay was faking like he was running for presidency, that he's running for presidency in 2016 with a $7,500 budget for a national seat. And guess who paid the money? Himself. He never had no donors. He never had, listen to me. Listen to me. He never had any donors besides himself. What I'm trying to tell you is he was building up. Let me tell you something. I got to talk to y'all because, man, hopefully younger people looking. the way that the game is played, while we're on year 5, the oppressor is on year 25. So while Grandmaster Jay in 2016 is running for president, the plan is already in place to move him into the circles to manipulate for the moment that we ultimately see. So we like hip hop. He's a DJ. Right after the presidential thing, he's a DJ. See what I'm saying? So he moves into the circle, get his feet wet a little bit, get his public speaking on, get his charisma on. Then they put this fool on a DJ mission. And he walked that walk like he owned it. Couldn't scratch a record, mix a record to save his life. Man, he couldn't mix cake batter. But he sure was acting like it. And then the next step was to enter into the Black Power movement. And the weird thing about it that nobody, listen, that weird thing about it that nobody that's supposed to be about Black Power even question it. Not a Sonetta and not any other podcasters that espouse the ideals, so they say, of Black Power. Nobody ever questioned it. They like stayed far away from it. Until this day, nobody touched that. Myself and a few others that's not widely known, but these big podcasters that talk about people mama, that throw people under the bus, that nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about this. Nobody do no research to try to find out. You know, we research about the Bible. We research about the Quran. We research about how many bones that was in the last human being that died 100 years ago. We research all that. But we don't research the snake in the midst of us. We never research that. But we here now. Y'all remember this? How you gonna get blue bands? How you gonna get blue bands to march with a bunch of guns? Young brothers need to know this. Now, I understand that if you want to get permission to do something, but don't get permission and then fake on camera like you Billy Bad behind talking crazy to the authorities. When you ain't really about that. You just went and got permission. You paid for a permit. And you got a band on your arm. A blue band at that. Younger generation need to pay attention. Whatever happened to the European that was so loud? Y'all remember him? Whatever happened to him? Both of them working with the police, but whatever happened to the European? Anybody remember him? What's his name? Y'all remember all the players? Have y'all forgotten all the players in this thing? Y'all ain't forget everything, did y'all? Y'all ain't forget that. Y'all didn't forget everything, did y'all? Huh? Did y'all forget? Look at this. They on the same team. This is when he was running for president. Supposedly. He's at a rally. You see the guy in the middle got on the Bernie Sanders shirt. See this? This is what I'm telling you, young people. And this is what I'm telling you, older people or elders. You got to share this with the younger generation so they don't fall victim to this stuff. Because our brother Spike now may have to pay for these crazy people influence on him. Ain't nothing but a show. Mm, mm. I don't know what to say. What do I say? What do I say? I can only be honest. I don't know how to tell a lie. I can only be honest. This is not Black Power. This is not Black Power. My brother Leonard said, I tell you the truth, if it wasn't for you, bro, I would have been out there with him. This is not Black Power. It's ridiculous that we haven't warned our young people that it's still going on. And I'm about to show you how it's still going on now, but it's the gift that keep on giving. Remember this young brother right here? Remember this young brother? In the black media? Found a way to get on the show to debate me and defend Grandmaster Jay? Because there was a media wing going on too. See, let me tell you something. If the young generation not aware, I'm going to say it to you right now. Whenever there's a campaign going on, there is a front man, there is a script writer, and there is a media arm. You hear what I say? And this is in the United States. Matter of fact, this is around the world. But if you want to know if an operation is going on, Hitler was able to massacre other human beings because he had the media. He was able to throw so much propaganda that he was able to convince people that the most egregious atrocities had to be done, and he normalized it. He normalized it with media. You hear what I say? Many people will say, well, how can people get to that state of mind where, I don't know if y'all ever read or seen any things about the Holocaust, but I have. And my goodness, it was brutal. But one thing I always was saying is, how do people get to the point where they can stomach something like that? You know, just when you look at the stuff in Africa, in the Congo, just cut off thousands of people's arms. How do you get to the point where you can stomach something like that? Cut off sisters' legs, cut off their genitalia. What happens to the mind that allows them to be conditioned like that? Well, in the United States, there's a thing called propaganda. And propaganda reinforces an idea. Whether it's true, whether it's right, wrong, or indifference, the more that it goes on, the more that it becomes accepted. It's like goofy rap music. The more that you play it, eventually you might even say, oh man, I like that song. You might even say it. And you got to have the media. That's where these people come from defending Grandmaster Jay. OC the Great, whether he's doing it consciously or unconsciously, he's spitting out propaganda. This is why he can have Dern team up with Dern 1 minute, team up with Crystal the next, and then also team up with Malik Zulu Shabazz just this past week. You know what I mean? He has no middle ground on what he would not do. I mean, he has no cut card. It's just let me get all the information and let me just give it to you. But in fact, the information is being recorded. It's a database. Press 7 if you know what I mean. The database is being built by the media. Y'all hear what I say? The database of everything you say, everything I say, everything they say is being recorded. And so these people find a way to get these people in their midst so they can get recognition. Like this ain't OC the Great ain't nothing but the revolutionary Vlad. He's the revolutionary Vlad. Real talk. And what I'm about to show you, I'm only showing you because he still has it on his channel, which is unacceptable. If you claim that you're a freedom fighter, and if you claim that you're about black power, freedom fighting, revolutionary tactics is not just wielding and yelling and wielding a gun. But revolutionary tactics also has a lot to do with how you move in media, how you move in your circle, how you move when nobody is watching. You move upright, you move respectable, and you move with a military mind, and you keep it moving. So when people claim to be militant and disciplined, but do everything that a rookie would do, and I think you to be intelligent, at that point, I'm going to hold you to your intelligence. And I'm going to call you on what I see. And that could be in my personal circle. That could be who I'm dealing with. I'm going to tell you. And anybody in here in my personal circle, they'll tell you. I'm going to tell you the real, man. What you doing? You ain't looking right. You know what I'm saying? But this is right now, as I speak. You feel what I'm saying? This is on OC the Great channel.
All right, y'all. Shalom and Black Power.
Hold up. Let me play this one. Watch this. There you go. Let me play this one.
All right, y'all. Shalom and Black Power. Shalom, Black Power. Grand Risings. All right. So, they got our boy O. They captured him. They didn't get him, So they captured him. And this is something that I figured would happen. You know what I mean? Because he's not a cop killer. He's not a murderer. He was defending himself. I legit believe that. And, one thing that they're doing, the one way they're fucking up is they're giving his statement upon capture. He said, "You know who I am, and you know what I'm capable of. This could have been a lot worse." He was literally telling them, "I could have got you guys too, but the reason I didn't is because this is not in my nature. I was defending myself. I'm not an attacker." You know what I mean? Shalom, Black Power, Grand Risings. He was letting them know I was defending myself. I'm not an attacker. I'm capable. You know what I'm capable of. Because we've all been training. And if you look at our collective efforts, if you go down my page, everyone's on the range every day. The police don't train like us. All right? He said.
Y'all hear this? This brother is on excuse me. This brother is on trial right now, and you have videos like this. The brother is trying to take a plea. The brother is trying to take a plea. Why wouldn't this guy just go and take all the videos down so the brother can get his life back in order? Don't he know whether it's mentioned or not? Somebody is scamming. I mean, yeah, they scamming, but somebody is going right down there scanning everything. Don't anybody know that? Why wouldn't he just take them videos down? Why would he just take the videos down? Why wouldn't that cross his mind just to take it down? Why wouldn't he do that? That wouldn't even cross his mind to take the video down so the brother can get a fair shot at reclaiming his life? Why wouldn't he just take the video down? Y2 Kenyon, you get the link. Don't come in here with that. Come hit the link. Ain't no hearsay. Come hit the link. Come hit the link. And open your camera up. Don't come here with that. You don't get to do that no more. You don't get to come here and give comments and not open the link. You don't get to do that and not open your camera. Come on up in here. There you go. Hearsay. Hearsay. Come on up in here. You don't get to do that. Not over here. You used to get to do that, but not no more. You don't have a camera. You don't have a camera. You don't have a phone. You don't. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Did y'all see this? Y'all see what I'm talking about? He don't have a camera. You see what I'm talking about? 2022, he don't have a camera. He said, everybody you claim is a crook showed their face. That ain't what I'm saying. You missed the whole point. I said, if you're asking for money, then you need to show your face. That's what I said. That way we know who you are. And I spoke to you on the phone and you stated that would be fine. What would be fine? What are you talking about? Hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link. And turn your camera on. We're not talking about Jason Rayner, my friend. We talking about people that's asking money from the community that we are a part of. We're not talking about Jason Rayner. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. But anyway, I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to let you distract the show. Sit back, enjoy the show. Mods, if you distract too much, get them out of here. Get them out of here, because that's just a distraction. See, I've learned YouTube enough to know when a distraction is at hand, because many people sit in the background. Grandmaster Jay is sitting in the background. Big Shirley is sitting in the background. Y2 Kenyon sitting in the background. But some people are so emotional, they can't sit back there too long. Grandmaster Jay, he's going to send me an email in a fake account talking all gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's going to do. Big Shirley, she ain't going to say too much. She got to get her people's back up because she lost so many, but she got a few more back. And you know, some people not going to say anything, you know what I'm saying? But some people so emotional, you know what I'm saying? They got to say something. You hear me talking about? They got to say something. They just can't sit back and listen. But that becomes a distraction. You feel what I'm saying? They can be, they want me to go off track, but I got slides because I'm about to slide you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm about to slide you. You hear what I'm talking about? So with that being said, these people, many of them want to be podcasters. Many of them want to be podcasters, and many of them want to filter information to wherever they're giving it to by the way of being podcasters. Many of them are so unsuccessful at being podcasters, they just jump on anything. You see what I'm saying? 1 minute they Hebrew, 1 minute they Christian, 1 minute they more, 1 minute they nation, 1 minute they black power. Next minute they don't know what they are. See what I'm talking about? This is what you get. This is what you get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it to you a buck. See one thing about me, I'm gonna give it to you all the way live. This is on OC the Great channel right now. And if you've seen this video, you would know why. And if you've seen this video, you would know why I said this is on OC the Great channel right now. What I'm telling you, family, that this becomes a recordation that can be used, as he say, hearsay. But let me tell you something about the court of law, because I've been there quite a few times, as you know. Let me tell you something about the court of law and why two Kenya claims to know something about law. Let me tell you something about the court of law. If I'm able to stand before a jury and slip something in that is immaterial, a lie, or hearsay, as long as the jury hear it, it doesn't matter if the judge say you can't consider it, because the human mind does not turn off and on like a switch. Because in conjunction with the other things that is set forth, they would decide in their mind if that was a legitimate outburst, a legitimate claim. The mind won't consider that it was hearsay. And good attorneys, whether prosecutors or defense attorneys, they know that. I don't see why don't you know that. This is basic information. Hearsay wins trials all the time. You don't know that the hearsay won it, but once people hear what they say, the mind considers it. Whether the judge say you can't consider it or not. So that's why anybody that is speaking on somebody who is facing trial should watch what they say so they can get a fair trial. And if you got some recorded stuff that could affect the outcome, you should remove it so they can get a fair trial. Because, as this guy said, as he just said, that's hearsay. Okay. But this is how we do our people, though. This is how we do our people. But I'm the bad guy, right? I'm the bad guy. You follow me? I'm the bad guy. Okay. Say hi to the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I mean, look at this. This is the person. Sister Soul Main Radio. This is the person sitting in the chair that's going to defend you from the oppressor. Take a look at it for a minute. Tajay, can you give me some water? I'm thirsty. I don't even want no kombucha. I'm just thirsty. Give me some water. Take this. Put the. I don't want no more kombucha. Thank you, son. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this, man. Look at this. Just look at it. She got the fold-up chair that the soccer mom got. Y'all don't know the European soccer mom. They bring out the chair in the bag demonstration. I ain't gonna say that. My sister got one. She got washed the redskin one. She pull up that, lift up that back of that Sequoia. My sister got a big old Sequoia, I think. She lifted up the bigger back that just grabbed that chair. Bam! Shout out to my sister. Big shot. She She got the bag chair, the chair in the bag, man. She take that to everywhere she go. Somebody stop me.
Somebody stop me. Please, somebody stop me.
This is crazy, man. That's funny. I don't care what y'all say. Now, y'all gonna be mad at me. You a grand sheik. You shouldn't do that. I can have a sense of humor. What's wrong with you? Y'all trip. Y'all remember Remy? Y'all remember Danger Remy? Remy say, you cockroaches, come get the money. Remember that? All of these, now listen, all of these people cussing people out. In fact, hold up. Remember Big Shirley said that she went in solidarity with Ozone, and y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? All of these people, man. Funny. All of these people. You feel me? Funny to me. So funny to me that all of these people, even Big Shirley, when they pulled up with the camera on at the crib, why is it that no one pulled up to get that money for Ozone? Anybody? Somebody? Everybody scream? Why not? Why ain't nobody pull up get that money for Ozone? You gonna pull up on the little innocent podcaster? That's what you gonna do. You gonna pull up on the innocent podcaster? I'm hiding in my basement. Remember? Y'all know that? Yeah. I'm hiding in my basement. Y'all remember that? They gonna pull up on the innocent podcaster, but ain't nobody go get that money. Why is that? Why nobody pull up? What happened to the pull-up squad? What happened to the pull-up squad? Anybody know? Ain't no pull-up squad to go get that bread, though. A pull-up squad to pull up when you disagree with somebody. But when somebody reportedly takes thousands of dollars, ain't no pull-up squad. You can't make this stuff up. And the young people need to know this. You can't make this stuff up. In this video, he said, all right, cockroaches. Yeah, somebody said Darren's wife won't let him use the minivan. Well, I think Darren's wife won't let him use the minivan because there was a post on her timeline that the minivan smelled like boo-boo. And so Darren, he was doing certain things in the van, and on her timeline, she actually said it. I wish I had the screenshot. She said the timeline, something that like, you can't use my van, stop asking, because every time you use it, it comes back smelling like boo-boo. It smells like boo-boo. So, I don't know what he's doing in the van, but just be clear, she not going for that anymore. You know what I mean? She's not going for it anymore. You know what I mean? So, hey, you got to, go to her timeline. I'm not playing. The van smell like boo-boo. For real. All right. Anyway, I'm telling you, go to the timeline and you'll see. She's really upset about that. He at least could go and get it detailed, but every single time she said it comes back smelling like boo-boo. So I don't know what Darren's doing in there. I don't know if he's transporting his dogs. I don't know what he's doing, but that's what she say. I have nothing to do with that. I got to get back to the show. You follow me? I got to get back to the show. I have no clue I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway. So Remy called them cockroaches and said, "You want it? Come get it." Now listen. Shout out to my brother Talib. I like him. I have nothing against Fred Hampton Gun Club. I have nothing against Anubis. I have nothing against Huey P. Newton Gun Club. That's my guy, even though he came at me. I like these brothers. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And I like the brother, the newer brother that did the Tulsa thing. But listen to this. Christian, you say dogs don't smell like crap. Family, with all of these militias or all of these Black Power organizations, you mean tell me all of them together couldn't raise money to get Spite a decent attorney that he now taking a plea as a revolutionary? Y'all hear what I say? Brother Spite is trying to take a plea. You see this? How do we go from wanting to sign the plea agreement? How do you go from a revolutionary to now wanting to sign the plea? With all of these groups, and these only the ones that I could just pull up from an ad. No one has money for legal defense. How in the world do you be a revolutionary without money for legal defense? That is beyond me. That is totally beyond me. You cannot fight anything with no paper. Why they leave this young brother hanging? Ozone, he's still trying to accumulate enough money. He's still trying to accumulate enough money so he can have an adequate defense. With all of these people that showed up to all of these marches and all of these leaders and generals. Listen, family, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. I'm just saying this is a bit ridiculous. I'm just saying that this is a bit ridiculous. Debbie James said he ain't popular, so there's no money to be raised and be stolen. And the thing is, though, Debbie James, every leader know Ozone. They either know him from marching with him or they know him from the situation. All of these leaders, how are you going to fight oppression? Here we go again. How are you going to fight oppression if you can't even put up a defense? How you going to do it? You can't fight oppression if you cannot even put up a defense as it relates to finance. And if you're a revolutionary and you're watching this, you need to think about this. One of the first things you need to do, the Prophet Noble Ali teaches the Moors that one of the things that is not preached enough is economic power. Economic power. And we suffer when it comes to economics. And when I'm talking about economics, it's never how much you have. It's all about how you use what you have for the desired and expressed purpose of the desired end. But now you have these young brothers out here. You have young brothers out here that has listened to many of your rhetoric, that has followed your rhetoric to the T, the pull-up squad. They accuse him for what? Pulling up. They accuse him, the brother, of pulling up. Who kept saying the pull-up squad? See, look, it's these catchphrases that hypnotizes people. Just like I was saying about the rap song. How do we go from wanting to sign the plea agreement to the prosecution taking back the plea agreement? So he's getting sentenced on Friday. Make it make sense, because it smells some shady side deals at my husband's expense going on. And sister, you better believe it. You better believe it. Your gut is not lying to you, sister. These people don't care about no spite. These people don't care that he got children at home. He's a young man that possibly followed the wrong path. Somebody say, oh, let me see what he say. Can you answer the question, brother? I'm just wondering. Women came on your show telling they truth, but ain't done a follow-up on them since. Oh, we gonna follow up. Oh, you know we coming. We coming, family. Stand by. We coming. We coming. Listen, we gonna follow up on Ali. You know I got the Morse World TV mobile, right? So we're gonna do a different follow-up. Uh-huh. We're gonna do a different follow-up, but you're gonna have to catch it on talkabay.com. We're doing a different follow-up. Like, I got you, family. You hear what I say? I got you. Stand by. I got you. Be patient. Doing this COVID thing, I've been actually building. I've been actually getting my hands dirty. I've been building something for the community. I've been trying to make sure that those people on the ground, you know what I'm saying, can have something that I can offer, whether it's a coat, whether it's a meal, whether it's a whatever the case may be, man. I mean, Baltimore is a different type of place, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. So, but it's coming. Dead honest truth is coming. I'm gonna follow up on everything. Ali, Muhammad, all them sisters. I'm following up on it all. In fact, I'm gonna do my best to be able to pull up and sit down with some of these sisters that was on the show. You hear what I say? Press 7, dead honest truth. Press 7. I'm gonna swing around and I'm gonna holler at all of them. Better believe it. Better believe it. Better believe it. Ain't nobody getting off the hook. But anyway, my prayers go up to Kentay Thomas and his family. But y'all have been duped and manipulated by this fake thing that seems revolutionary. But now your children may have to suffer for the influence that my brother allowed. Because he want to take a plea. Look at it. Daytona Beach, Florida. Check this out, fam. Listen to this. This is the report. An Arizona man suspected of being affiliated with the Black Militia. Here they go. Arizona man being affiliated with the Black Militia group, who said on Instagram he planned to cause hell. Now, I can't find that Instagram post, but this is what it said. At the Daytona Beach Police Department was arrested with weapon charges in Daytona Beach. Now, family, you need to share this to a friend, because now it's about to get sketchy. Here is where the plot thickens. And I got 30 minutes to lay it all out. Here is where the plot thickens. Kentay Thomas, 31, was arrested Wednesday following an investigation prompted by anonymous tip. Number one, anonymous tip made on June 27th. Here we go. An anonymous tip. Now, let's be clear. Spite was never as popular as some of these larger YouTubers. And someone would send an anonymous tip. Listen to me. Spite social media presence is not that of a great big following of some type of proportions where people be like, well, it's a guy. But this is what the reports say in the newspaper. Check it out. You're going to follow me in a minute. It says, according to police, the caller said they came across an Instagram post from a user called the Mighty Spite, but they got Sprite, the Mighty Sprite, who said they were on their way to Daytona to cause HELL. Listen up close, family. At the police department, the caller also identified Thomas as the person behind the post. So not only do they call him Mighty Sprite, but they go to supposedly the Instagram post. They also said that the caller identify him. Now, how do a caller identify somebody over the phone? I guess it's digital. I don't know. Yeah, he got this. I don't know. But it says, just listen. Just listen. It sounds odd to me. Then it says, the caller also identified Thomas as the person behind the post, according to arrest report. Detectives wrote they began investigating the account and determined Thomas was affiliated with the new Black Panther Party and NFAC. Y'all hear that? Detective wrote they began investigating the account. In other words, they began trolling, most likely, and determined Thomas was affiliated with the new Black Panther Party and the NFAC, also known as the Not Effing Around Coalition. The NFAC, an all Black paramilitary group based out of Atlanta with members around the nation. A man accused of shooting and critically injuring a Daytona police officer was also previously affiliated with NFAC. Now, listen to here. When I told y'all in the beginning that it was a Fed trap, this is what I'm referring to. That those who are associated with these fraudulent groups acting as if they're revolutionary are walking into a trap. And this is why I call it Bro Spite trapped and alone, because he walked into the trap. The cheese was all of the rhetoric. The cheese was all of the Black power, the pig talk. The cheese was all the bravado. And now he's in the trap because he didn't have the proper guidance. Follow me? He didn't have the proper guidance. Arizona man planned to cause HELL at Daytona Beach Police Department. Investigators say the detective Kentay Thomas affiliated with the same groups as the man accused of shooting off. Y'all see this? This is how they report it. Y'all see this? So they already painting a picture that this young brother was coming to do some damage. And whether this is hearsay or not, everybody's looking at the news because of what took place a month before, I think it was. After conducting surveillance on Thomas at Wing House on West International Speedway Boulevard, the detectives said they could see an imprint of a handgun in his waistband. Now, we're going to read the police report in a minute. But when he gets to Daytona, they already got him in their scope. They already got him in his scope at Wing House. So in other words, he comes from, and we're going to read the report in a minute, he comes from Arizona And when he reaches Daytona, I think it is, they already waiting, watching. How do you get that detailed information? How do you get that detailed information from an anonymous caller at the Wing House? See, one thing people don't understand about detectives, while you're running your mouth doing rhetoric, they're doing training. While you're running your mouth talking crazy, they're chilling, relaxing their mind. While you're running their mouth, they're watching you run your mouth. And they probably got people all around you, all on the internet, because that's just too detailed. That's just far too detailed. And I'm just reading the report, and I'm just reading the report and just giving my commentary. That is just far too much detail. Somebody that knew his travel path did something to this situation. Detectives arrested Thomas on Wednesday on charges of carrying a concealed weapon. News 6 reached out to NFAC regarding Thomas' arrest, and a statement from the group said he was never a member of the group. Isn't that normal with NFAC? Anytime someone get jammed up, the first thing that they say is they wasn't a member, they wasn't affiliated, or they was a former member, and we don't espouse to that. Let me tell you something. They even denied any affiliation with the new Black Panther Party. Anybody remember that? Press 7 if y'all remember that. He did a speech, an article. So he did a news little speech and an article say he wasn't even affiliated. They are not the same. We don't do what they do. Y'all remember that? With the Black Panther Party. They even go so far to say we don't recognize his picture and does not appear in any past photos of NFAC activities. Y'all see that? But according to the detectives, which they could lie to, but according to the detective, the reason why they made the association with NFAC was because of pictures on his Instagram. But who knows? Who knows? But with that being said, Grandmaster Jay literally denied his connection, if you will, to the Black Panther Party. Now we don't mess with them. However,
a shout out all day. Big shout out to the new Black Panthers. Big shout out to the Huey Newton Gun Club. Big shout out to the Justice League. Big shout out to the Black Riot.
You see that? Y'all see that? He got multiple videos. He has multiple videos where he's naming all of these groups. Y'all, man, here we go. We back to the research, family. We back to the research. We're going to jump back and forth. I got a debate on Sunday. I mean, the young brother say young soldiers making bad moves. It's up to us to really help these young brothers that are in influence and full of energy. Somebody need to talk to them, man. Go to school, get a trade, do something. Especially if you got some babies at home, man. You sitting up there spending your money for that. Like, for real? That's what you're doing? You're spending your money for that? Now, let's go here real quick. You know I got you, man. Shout out to the team, man. Shout out to the team. Now, let's examine some things about this. Wait a minute. 1 second. Let's examine this. This is new to me like it is to you. You hear what I say? This is new to me like it is to you. All right. Let me get up over here real quick. This is new to me like it is to you. All right. Now let's go look at it for what it is. And let's see if we can decipher this so we can talk. So we can talk to the younger generation. So they can go and get trades. They can go and build businesses instead of destroying their future with this madness. You know what I'm saying? And these old people, they go home every day. Big Shirley home with a pot of beans. All these people home that influenced this young brother. His wife is sitting there with the babies right now. His babies don't have no father right now. And Mike don't have none for a few years to come. Then you got somebody that'll come in a chat and say, it's hearsay. What about his babies? What about them little babies? Anybody know I love my children? With that being said, let's get into it. It says, on July 8th, at approximately 10:49 hour units from the Daytona Beach Police Department. Units from the Daytona Police Department and Volusia Sheriff Office located the defendant, Kentay Thomas, walking northbound in the parking lot of a BP station. Y'all see the contradiction already? Located at 2980 West International Speedway. Units had prior knowledge that the defendant had an active Volusia County warrant in reference to carrying a concealed handgun. Stop there. Stop there. How do you have a warrant? Now, this is just a rhetorical question. How do you have a warrant for a concealed handgun when you're what's the evidence? It's saying that they pulled up on him with a warrant. And I'm just doing rhetorical questions. Press 7 if y'all with me. Say, for instance, I'm walking up the street. This is just a hypothetical. Say, for instance, I'm walking up the street. And I got that thing go bang, bang. And the police walking up to me and give me a warrant for a concealed handgun. Huh? How do you give me a warrant for a concealed handgun? A warrant? Huh? And I hope I'm not reaching. Let me finish reading. Might say, prior knowledge of an active warrant, and he just got in Florida a few days earlier. Huh? Y'all understand the fad trap? Listen, this is for the true revolutionaries that are rolling with these groups. Y'all better pay attention. Everyone should be paying attention to this tonight. Everyone. Everyone should be paying attention to this tonight. It says that. Blow it up for you. It says that. Units had prior knowledge that the defendant had an active Volusia County warrant in reference to carrying a concealed weapon. Mind you, he's from Arizona. Units contacted the defendant and he was taken into custody without incident. Upon contacting the defendant, he was in possession of the following pieces of luggage: long black duffel bag, black hard plastic rifle case, gray hard plastic suitcase, a small black satchel. A search of the defendant incident to his arrest revealed that he was carrying a loaded .45 caliber handgun in a holster located in the front part of his waistband. The holster was completely concealed underneath the defendant's shorts and under his shirt. The handgun was fully loaded with 7 live rounds of .45 caliber ammunition, with an extra round chambered in the firearm. A spare magazine was located in the holster, located with another 7 rounds of 45 ammunition. The defendant was issued a concealed firearms permit by the state of Arizona in March 2019. However, the permit was revoked on 9/6/2019. Units previously contacted the acting supervisor for the concealed weapon. Now, hold up. One thing that just stood out to me is that he had a black, hard plastic rifle case, yet no rifle. Why would one carry a rifle case with no rifle? Y'all see how this being done? Man, this is a dragnet. Don't nobody carry a over. It's like overdressing. All right. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all got mad at Tahaka Bay 2 years ago. Y'all got mad at Tahaka Bay 2 years ago because I told you the truth. I mean, y'all got mad at me. See, let me tell you something. Some of the truth that I actually could share with you would actually, it's just not time yet. Like, I'm talking about Spike now because he want to take a plea. But some of the truth I could actually share with you, I'm going to tell you many of these cases that you think that you're fighting for, many of these cases that you think that you put money in, many of these cases that you think that you're going to get some true resolution, you're wasting your time. Because I've already seen the evidence and it's public information. It's public information. Our researchers is the best in the game. So we already seen what's already meant for the public. We've already seen it. And I'm telling you, you have people that is putting money in the toilet. I'm sorry I have to tell you. You have people that are putting money in the toilet. Some of these cases are so locked tight that you literally would have to find a loophole. And when I'm talking about locked tight, I'm talking about cameras everywhere. I'm talking about it. All of it is public information. The state of forensics today is not the state of forensics in the 1990s. The state of Big Brother today is way different than even 5 years ago. Do you know that anywhere in most cities or populated rural areas, that a camera can track you from the time you get out in your car all the way to your destination and then some? It's a new day, family. It's a new day. And y'all playing with fire. It's a new day. See, this is why the younger generation has to be instructed into leadership of whatever that they're doing. Whatever they're doing, they got to be instructed to leadership because they seen the developments happen before their face. We be sleeping in the background. Y'all ain't breaking no law no more. Y'all ain't worrying about no cameras. Y'all probably go to the grocery store and oblivious that it's a camera in every aisle. You're probably oblivious that it's a camera in every neighborhood. You probably see one here, there, red light camera and all that, but you're probably oblivious because you don't live that lifestyle. You act like you do, but you don't live that lifestyle. I don't live that lifestyle. I was surprised the other day I left my house. I was like, man, they got a camera over there. Young brother ride with me, man. I've been there. I've been there, man. You slipping. I'm not slipping. I'm not no criminal. I mean, I'm not slipping. My brother said, talk about armed fist and the black extremist list the feds got because that brother was a victim of it. So was I. Absolutely, he's a victim. Absolutely. But however, these people are the one that reel these people in to bring them out to the public. And what I mean by the public, they influence these people with this internet rhetoric. They influence this younger generation with this internet rhetoric. And then they take this internet rhetoric so serious that they start duplicating it and they started following the script until they get pulled away. And Bro Spite got pulled away. He just got pulled away because he followed the script that is written by these people that are set in place and set in motion to bring these people out. Hold up. Let's get back to this real quick. It says, the defendant was issued a concealed weapons permit and et cetera, and verified that his concealed weapons permit was suspended. Note, the defendant was carrying a black satchel around his neck upon being contacted by law enforcement. Inside of the satchel, units located approximately 2.5 grams of leafy substance, suspected marijuana. The substance was collected and submitted for destruction. The items that were mentioned above were collected and transported to 129 Valor Boulevard, pending a search warrant. The defendant was then transported to 129 Valor Boulevard. Now, here we go again. I keep telling y'all about that weed. Ain't nobody talking to these young people to leave that marijuana alone. How are you going to go on what I call to be a dummy mission? It was a dummy mission. Why everybody need to be high all the time? See, I'm going to tell the raw truth. You know what I'm saying? That brother should have been home taking care of them babies. That brother should not allow these people to influence him. That brother was on the new Black Panther Party live stream one time, and these old washed up fogies did not tell him, brother, what do you have a trade? Brother, what you do for a living? You know, we need people like you with us, but we need you to have A, B, C, and D so we can help further the revolutionary cause. What you do for a living? You see what I'm saying? You would never find these old, washed up revolutionaries telling the younger generation, or any generation for that matter, to go to school, to get a trade, to become a master of your trade, and then come back and join us. You won't see that. And that's a crying shame, because this younger generation is the greatest generation that we have ever seen. They don't care about nothing. And just think, if they was directed in the right direction, that same I don't care energy will be more intensified and become I care energy, and that I care energy can help change the world to be a better place. But you know what they do? They take this younger people energy, you know what I'm saying? They take this young people energy to try to boost them up, because they in a midlife crisis. They never accomplished anything. They never accomplished anything in life. They never had any aspirations to be great outside of some fake illusion of a revolutionary. That's their greatest accomplishment in life. Marching with guns and screaming Black Power. That's some people's greatest accomplishment in life. I'm not talking about the real people that fight for justice, equality, and fight against oppression. But there's many ways to fight against oppression. There's many ways. Marching with a gun, that ain't a way to fight against oppression. I'm sorry. That's just that. Where's the track record to show that that's effective? Anybody know? Where is the track record to show that that methodology towards liberation is effective? Where is it? We don't see no block of businesses. We don't see no blocks of commerce. We don't see no blocks of schools. We don't see no blocks of gardens, fields of gardens. We don't see none of that. How can that be a reasonable path towards liberation? Don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Watch it.
Car to see if there's anything in his car. They did him wrong. He deserved to get what he got. That motherfucker was a racist. Everybody that's supporting him is a racist. It's them versus us. Because as you can see, all the black people have a problem with it, and all the white people want to fucking see this man dead. They want to see him fucking hang in jail. That don't fucking let you know that there's a clear and distinct line, black versus white. We can never be a united nation, bro. Understand that. Let's get this motherfucking money up. Stay dangerous.
Y'all ever heard that line before? Stay dangerous. Nobody reached out to him and said, brother, that's not the way to go. OC the Great thought it was a great idea to chop it and put it on his channel. He thought that was a great idea to take that man video from Instagram and put it on his channel, as opposed to reaching out to him and say, brother, that's not a good idea. Until this day, it's still there. You mean tell me he couldn't tell that brother, this is not a bright idea? And I use syllables, my bad. He couldn't tell the brother that. Brother, this is just not a bright idea. Brother, I think you should take that down. You know, I seen your video. I be watching all of these videos. I don't think this is a bright idea, brother. No one said this to this brother. And the result of OC the Great best thinking.
Shalom, Black.
The result of OC the Great best thinking was to snatch it from IG and upload it on his channel. That's the result of this YouTuber best thinking. This is the best thing you could come up with. This is the best thing you can come up with. If anybody ever watched my channel and the revolutionaries or the quote unquote supposedly revolutionaries come on my channel, when they start talking records, I'll be like, nah, not here. Not here. Y'all gotta keep that cussing down. Because I'm gonna try to maintain a certain vibration so you don't start feeling yourself and start talking crazy. Not because of YouTube, but because you should not be putting that garbage into your mind that never solved any problems in the first place. But this is the result. And I want y'all to remember this saying. If you got a son, a daughter, or friends, or you are a mentor of somebody, when they do something crazy, idiotic, like OC did and continues to do with these videos, look them in the face and ask them, is this a result of your best thinking? Is this the best thing you could have came up with, considering what you came up with? Is this the result of your best thinking? This is the best thinking. Press 7 if y'all with me. I want y'all to use that one. Y'all hear me? If you're talking to young children, they could be 7, they could be 3, they could be 20, they could be 30. Ask them straight up, is this the result of your best thinking? Whenever they do something crazy. Because this is crazy. You follow me? This is crazy. Watch it. Listen to this. Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was wrong. He was wrong.
Grand Risings.
He was wrong. And the more that this shit happens to him, the less that George Floyd shit is gonna happen to us. You feel me? That's why he's a hero. You know what I'm saying? Get in my inbox. Let's talk about this motherfucking money. Let's get our boy out of jail. Y'all know, y'all seen a fucking video. Everybody seen a video. What's going on? You live here? You live here? Grabbing all over this man. That's fucking wrong. It's night. What the fuck you asking?
I didn't even want to show that, but I had to show it for a fact. I had to show it for a fact. That this guy, OC the Great, literally would have that on his channel. It's on, and I just got it from there. I tell you straight up, I'll take it down in a minute. In fact, I'm going to chop it out. As soon as this video go down, I'm going to chop it out. So if you watching on the back end, there was a presentation that was on OC the Great. I'm going to chop it out. You know what I mean? It probably take a minute for the video to do it, but by tomorrow this time, that's going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do it for a fact that we got people around that is doing the Vlad thing. Because that's a Vlad thing right there. That's a Vlad thing. There should be nothing on social media that, like I said, he's taking a plea now. But up until a person is seen, there should be nothing on social media that is agreeable to what the person is accused of, if you will. You know, you don't have to say that you agree or disagree, but I mean, you don't compound it. I mean, you don't compound it by snatching the IG down of a young man that obviously going through something, and now you use it to try to build some internet presence, some internet notoriety. Then, as soon as you and the brother, and you spoke to the brother, and you mean tell me you spoke to his wife, and you still did nothing in you said, man, this ain't a good idea for me to have this up here. And then you got Y2 Kenya. He would come on and talk about the Europeans. I'm about, well, he ain't showing his face. That family said, man, I ain't got nothing to do with them. I'm talking to my people. Why we always got to compare ourselves to somebody else and what somebody else do? I'm talking to my people. I'm holding my people accountable, like I hold myself accountable. What's the name? What's the name, people? They never showed their face. I'm holding my people accountable. I can't hold them accountable, but I can hold people look like me accountable and say they had the same, they believe in what I believe in. You believe in liberty. You want to be liberated. You believe that we shouldn't be oppressed. I'm not oppressing you. You're not oppressing me. So we can hold each other accountable. And when you try to oppress me or those around us with your little scams and schemes, we're going to hold you accountable. That's what it is. To the best of our ability doing this social media thing here. But this is something. This is something. Okay, so we got that. Let me see what else I got here. See what else I got here. See what else I got here. Hold on. See what I got here. Okay, so that ain't nothing. And you know the weird thing that I just seen? Hold on. I just noticed it. Let me share this real quick. This is what I seen. After, like, is this really serious? Watch this real quick. I think it's right here. Yeah. When you look at this, right, it says defendant indigent, public defender appointed. Family, this is about to get real deep. How in the world are you going to be indigent and on this type of move? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It and it says do not possess firearms. Now this is another thing. No body armor. And this is something that I don't understand. What is this about? Misdemeanor, $223, 575, something assault and battery, 256, Mr. 406, misdemeanor DWI, $5,000, prostitution, 238. See, this is opening up a can of worms. What the world is going on? What in the world is going on? This is like really opening up a can of worms. I don't know what I'm reading here. I'm reading it for the first time like you. Real talk. What does this mean? Anybody? I don't know. Nobody answering me. I don't know what this stuff means. I'm not even gonna fake like I know what it means. I don't know. What is 5,000 for prostitution? What's going on? Maybe it'll come out in the chat later. I don't know. But this is what's on the papers. Is those past charges? Man, shout out to San Diego. And ultimately, he did get a lawyer, though. That's if they actually did it. I don't think Spike did that. Okay, I got you. They charged him with that? Oh, okay. But the formers look like it's written, and the reason why it looked crazy to me, I don't know. I'm not sure. And don't get me talking because I don't know. I'm only asking. Let me see. The reason why is because it appears. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you right, you right. But then they got plea action right here. I think you're right. I think you're right. So they would have to check this off with judgment and sentence. Okay, you're right. You're right. Nah, thank you, Spike. Nah, that ain't you, bro. That ain't you. Got you. Yeah, that's how the form is made. Thank you, Crip. But he didn't have any body armor. And you can't possess weapons if they. Oh, okay, can't possess body armor, etc. Okay. Thank you, Crip. Thank you, Crip. Man, I was almost taken aback for a second. You know what I mean? So here is. I was taken aback for a second. I ain't gonna do like they try to do me. They don't know how to read something and then they conclude something crazy. Or they start punching in and adding stuff in. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm glad that we got cryptonomics, man, to try to let me break that down with that extra eye or somebody else in there with an extra eye because I would never accuse anything of that. But here we go. Let me get this real quick. Let me share this one with you. And we'll look at the warrant real quick. Um, and here is the warrant right here. It's a State of Florida versus Kentay Thomas. In the name of the state of Florida, to all to all in singular, the sheriffs and their duly sworn deputies of the state of Florida, whereas an affidavit has been made by Detective Tariq, that name Tariq, remember that name? Detective Tariq Houseman, a law enforcement officer, and it appears to the court from having read the affidavit there are sufficient probable cause to believe that on 7/5 in Volusia County, the defendant Kentay Demir Thomas did commit the above listed violation. So the warrant was on 7/5. These are therefore to command you to arrest. And we got to look into this. On 7/5, they write the warrant. And it's filed on July the 9th. And I guess that means it was served and no bond on July the 9th. So they file it on the 5th. They pick them up on the 8th. Is that right? Let me see. Man, this is just too much. This is sad for this young brother, for real. Yeah, this ain't cool. I mean, this ain't cool. That he walked into this. Let me see. Yeah. So it looks like they filed it or asked for a warrant on the 5th. And on the 8th is when they picked them up. Man, this was a setup in every way you can think of. And this is what I was trying to tell people about getting with these groups, acting as if these groups are legitimate to the cause of which they scream and holler about. I would advise all of y'all that is a part of this stuff, leave it alone. That thing is ding, ding, done. It's dead. Leave it alone. If you didn't grow up with somebody, you might don't know them. If you ain't share the same bed, the same couch, the same floor, get some hand-me-down clothes as a little child, you might don't know them. You might don't know them. Meeting people off the internet and putting your life on the line, putting your family on the line, you might don't know them. You don't sacrifice your babies for people that you don't really know. Only a mad person would do that. And now we know and see that all of these groups, as I showed before, that all of these groups have yet, let me see real quick, they have yet to produce enough money to help anyone who claimed to be a revolutionary. And that's not a shot at anybody. And I'm just going to give a caveat just for there's not enough money amongst all of these groups to get a sufficient lawyer. Congo Baka, I hope you got enough money for an attorney, and I'm sure you do if you are a revolutionary. But there is not enough money in this pool. Anybody ever see Malik Zulu Shabazz home when he got that home with the big pool and he was showing it all over the internet a few years ago? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But there's not enough money here to fight a revolution. There's not enough money here to even fight a case. You follow me? There's not enough money. We need to get that bread right before you start hooping and hollering and screaming. I'd say get a garden. Learn how to feed yourself. Teach your children survival skills. Keep it to yourself. Chill out. Teach your children how to grow some food. How to make something out of nothing. Before I get out of here, family, and I got to give you this, because this is a sad state. This is a sad state. When you look real close and you go and look up at the court records, it's so unfortunate. And I've had financial problems many times. Many, many times. But one thing I didn't do in the midst of financial problems, I didn't take no money and jump on a plane and go to another city under the illusion that I was going to make a difference going at a police officer or going to a police station. But what you're looking at here is that the brother was put in escrow court and had an eviction notice for failure to pay rent. And I'm not, man, trust me. I've been there. I'm not beating the brother up while he's down. What I'm saying is, I mean, for the effect of what I'm trying to convey, the message I'm trying to get across is that go talk to these young people. Get them away from these old fools. Get them young people away from these old fools. You follow me? Help get these young people away from these old fools. And if you're an old fool, wisen up. Tell these young people to do something to make sure that their children can see them grow an old age and live a healthy life. And learn how to fight the fight in a way that you can win. Learn how to fight a fight in a way that you can win. And if you don't think you can win, relax and live to fight another day. There's other battles that can be won. There's small battles that can be won. Small battles. Making sure your children can get an education. Small battles. Making sure your bills can stay paid. Small battles. Making sure if this world, because we living in biblical times, if this world fall apart tomorrow, you know how to take care of yourself. Small battles. You know how to purify water. You know how to eat out of a garden. You know how to look in the woods and see what food that you can eat. You know how to make tea from a root in the woods. You know how to clean poisonous food and turn it into food. You might think that's crazy. But our ancestors knew that you could boil poison out of some of those leafy vegetables. I ain't gonna name them because you might try it. But I mean, there's little battles that can be won. And I'm gonna say this, and you might don't like it. I'm gonna say this. Get to know the police in your neighborhood. If you live in a neighborhood and you got the regular police in your neighborhood, if you're responsible, you ain't breaking law, get to know the police in your neighborhood. Just like you know the mailman. And maybe you could be a buffer between an angry police and a child. Maybe you can be a buffer between an angry police and a traffic situation where the police then had a bad day. Maybe you can be a buffer. In other words, ho, officer such and such. Chill out. Like we seen the little boy in Syracuse on the video being dragged by the police. Crip say, no, he not getting to know him. I'm telling you, in my neighborhood, shoot, if the police sit around my neighborhood too long, I go to the car. Everything all right? If the dope boy sit in my neighborhood too long, I walk up to the car. Hey, homeboy, I kind of leave the weed smokers alone, though. For real, Allah is my witness. If I see the police, listen, I'm going to show you something right now. Let me show you something right. You think I'm playing? I'm going to show you something right now. You think I'm playing? Just a few weeks ago, see if I can find it real quick. Just a few weeks ago, there was some police. I'm going to find it. I don't be playing. Sitting on the street. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I know I ain't deleted. Well, I know where it's at. Hold up. It's back a little bit more. All right, here you go. I'm going to show it to you. I think I'm playing. I don't be playing. I don't play at all. At all. If I think you the police, I'm walking up to your car. What's happening? You good? What you doing? They do it to us. All the time. Hold up. Crip, you think I'm playing? Shoot. Ask my son. Still there? See that there? Ask my son. Who did he talk to? Who did he know in Florida? Exactly, did honest truth. Hey, Crip, I'm telling you, if I see police, look, that car that I just showed you, look, my son can bear witness. Taji sleep. My son can bear witness. We on the block. Taji. There you go. He was creeping. Taji. Wasn't you with me? Wasn't you with me? Was you with me when we pulled up on the police? Huh? Sit down for a minute. When that police was sitting on the block, it was 2 agents, actually. I circled the block. First, I backed up on them. Got the picture, and then I pulled up, wind the window down. You remember what I said?
Hey, is everything all right around here?
That's right. That's right. I'm like, hey, everything all right? Y'all good? I don't play, because guess what? Guess what? It gonna be me. All right, you good, because you gotta go school tomorrow. My bad.
All right.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. You feel what I'm saying? To be able to say, man, either this one was around the neighborhood when that guy got shot, or that was him that did it. You know what I'm saying? But they was in that car, they had the windows tinted, they was black tinted, and I'm like, man, okay. They might was watching me. I don't care. I don't break no law. But I tell you what, if it's the dope boy or the police, I walk up to their car, I back up to their car, I take pictures, I do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not breaking no law. What I'm worried about for? What I'm worried about it for? I ain't breaking no law. You know what I mean? And the thing is that, I mean, it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. But I'm telling you, you should, if you are able to, get to know the police in your neighborhood, because you might could be the buffer. You might can be the buffer. You might be the one to be able to identify Now, I don't make no friends now. You got no friends. Don't make no friends. Ain't no speaking. Ain't no none of that. When I say get to know, I'm saying get to know. Get to know what's going on. Know your surroundings. Always know your surroundings. This is just crazy mess, man. It's crazy mess. He said, my dad did that when I was a kid. He had me take the hubcaps off police cars. Kongabaka. So, family, I don't want to go too much further, family. I appreciate y'all. But in other words, just know your neighborhood, know your surroundings, and do your best to try to awaken this young generation up. Do your best to try to wake them up. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures in my phone. With all sorts of weird vehicles. I mean, some of them be dope boys. Like the other day, somebody was just smoking a blunt. My wife was like, "What are you out there smoking a blunt?" I'm like, "That's what they do. They choose our street. They choose our street because it's peaceful. They choose our street. But I'm telling you, I get the D boys. I walk up on the D boys, man. You good? You all right? Shoot, the other day there was like a European, and he looked like man, he looked like he was straight from the rebel flag country. And he was walking through not my backyard, but my neighbor's backyard. Shoot. Asked my son. I pulled that car over, walked up in the backyard. I said, man, you all right? What you doing? He looked at me like I'm not supposed to ask him what he doing. I said, my man, you good? What's up? What you doing? Reluctantly, he was like, I'm the insurance guy. My neighbor came out the house because the neighbor heard me. You know, I'm real loud. And she was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said, nah. And I looked at him. I said, look, I don't mean no harm. But listen, I said, I don't mean no harm. But if I was in your neighbor backyard and you don't say something to me, there's something wrong with you. But I'm quite sure you would say something to me if you seen me walking around your neighbor house 2 times and standing in the backyard. So I don't have no cut card. I mean, salesmen, Uber drivers be in the neighborhood. I mean, Uber drivers be in the neighborhood taking a break from driving. I come up to that window on them. My man, you good? What you doing? You live around here? Oh no. I'm an Uber driver. I'm just taking a break. All right now. Yeah. But this is where we got to get back into being our brother's keeper. This is where it got to get to where the men got to really be vigilant, protect the neighborhood. These are little battles. You know what I'm saying? The police want to make it home to their family. You want to make it home to your family. The salesperson checking the roof want to make it home to his family. The little child on the street on the bike want to make it home to his mommy and daddy. So the men in the community, as well as the women, but especially the men, need to be more vigilant. I don't expect no woman to walk up on anybody asking them who they are, what they doing in the neighborhood. He said, GS, be careful, walk up on the wrong window, them old days over. Okay. I hope you don't think that I'm just walking. I'm going to leave that alone. I hope. Anyway, with that being said, family, I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. I mean, Yasmin in the building, Lady Ace in the building. Thank everybody. Everybody on the way out, hit the thumbs up. I got a debate on. Oh my goodness. I got a debate on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I got a debate on Sunday. And this debate is predicated upon. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Let me see if I can. In fact, let me pull it up on the internet. I can show it to you right now. This guy wanted to debate me that the Dean of Muhammad, in other words, I guess they would call it the lifestyle or what Muhammad taught, is better for us than what more science or the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches. I think that's what it is. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is. So I think that's what it is. So that is what he wants to debate. So this guy here, I'm about to share it with you real quick. This guy here. Oh, one moment. Hold up. Give me 1 second. There you go. So this guy here, said he was a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He's seen the videos. He's no longer part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He's now some sort of Sunni type of Muslim. He wouldn't give me the details, but he's a Muslim yet and still. And he wants to debate me that the Arab or Muhammad Deen, let's look up what Deen mean. Deen in Islam. Let's look up what it means so we don't be disillusioned. Deen, custom, judgment, custom, and religion. The religion or belief of Islam. So they got variations of it. They said the fundamentals of Deen would be first the understanding of fundamental of religion. So basically what I think it's all about, it doesn't matter to me. Basically what I think it's all about is that his way of life is more befitting for all of us in America. And my way of life is not. I follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And this is not to convert anybody to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But I think I do a good job at sharing with y'all the practicality of my faith and my belief. You know what I'm saying? I think I do a good job. And then, family, ask you a question. Would you have heard us discuss on this platform, whether it be religious, whether it be social, whether it be economic? Have I talked crazy yet? Anybody, have I talked crazy yet? Like, even the way that I interact and we interact with each other is a part of my faith. I love my people. I love to be myself. I love to be goofy. I love to laugh. I love to be happy. I love to rap. I love to be myself. You know what I'm saying? So his concept is, and I think because he was a former member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, he say, I don't know which group, I don't know, I don't understand. But he says that he has some type of qualm that he got to get out. Thank you, fam. Thank you, Yasmin. I mean, so I think he's going to try to come for Prophet Noble Drew Ali with some claims about Prophet Noble Drew Ali, whatever. I don't know. But whatever he comes with, he got to come with his A game. But it's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one, I'm sure. I've seen this brother post many times. Some of his posts are really outlandish as it relates to his position towards the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's fine with me. But I just want people to understand that, there's many ways of life on the African continent. There's many ways of life on the American continent before the European. And there's many ways of life in Europe when Europe was ran by our ancestors. So I don't believe that one way of life is befitting for all people. I just don't agree with that. However, this brother says that his way of life is more befitting to us here in America, Africans in America, if you will, as opposed to what Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches. But we'll see. We'll see on Sunday. With that being said, family, thank you for joining me. Thank you to my new sponsor. Thank you for my new sponsor.
Damn.
You're welcome. You know, we go way back. I love you, Talker Bay. You know I love you, boy. I don't even know why you act like that. Big Shirley out. All right, boo-boo. We out.
I knew it. I knew it. Big Shirley had the hots for me. I knew it. I knew it.
No. No. Stay. Stay. I need you to stay. I need you to stay. Stop, 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 stop. No, 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 no. Mama!
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law